My thoughts on things like the Manchester UFO Awakening Conference 2019, to me, it's a Comic-Con pop culture fad UFO fashion statement trending place where they sell alien mugs and alien t-shirts, where you can go see prop aliens and listen to self-promotional disinformers sit up on stage who've been backed and funded by other sources and whatnot, and they've been put in front of the public. These are mostly people who have had no personal experience, first-hand experience with anything to do with seeing UFOs or alleged alien contact, or gone to the field and obtained this research themselves firsthand. They've made names for themselves by getting the information from second, third-hand sources, and then they put out there in their own twist on what they think it means. And you know who you are. Then you get those who sit up on the stage and say they have gone out and got the evidence. I mean, is that what it's all about? That we're supposed to all end up in a UFO Comic-Con conference in front of, people who are turning this thing into a fad or a fashion statement? Is that your idea of disclosure and truth-seeking? That it's all about going to see props? Real people like myself who are actual ufologists or experiencers and researchers have gone out in the field and are meeting these entities face to face and collecting the evidence and sharing to the public. For us, that's what it's all about. Now, the public doesn't have to listen to us or see the evidence or even believe the evidence. What the public will eventually discern for themselves is what is a truth seeker and what is not. When in time, probably long after I'm dead, who knows, there will be a time when historians and the public will look back on those names of people who quietly wrote their books, did their research, and revealed their stuff to social media sites with the purpose of teaching. Show the public the truth. Don't tell them what the truth is. Don't go around saying that disclosure is telling the public the truth. It's about showing them the truth. You have to be that person in the field to obtain the evidence yourself. That's the best way to do it. It seems a bit ridiculous to say something like that. Don't say, well, gee, that guy made sense. Think about the fact that people like Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters International and many, many ghost hunter TV reality shows have gone out of their way with equipment and are presenting exactly the way it should be done in the ufology world, in the exactly how it should be done. They go out, they go into haunted houses or places of poltergeist, exorcisms, and demonic things that are said to be in these places, and they take digital recording devices, they take photographs, they have digital photographic equipment, infrared, thermal, the stuff you can buy anywhere. They have a production team, they have a film crew, and then they put it out there into the public, and there are many, many, many of these shows out there. This goes to the public. Public discerns for themselves what they think is evidence and what isn't. And a lot of that stuff becomes a benchmark in paranormal ghost hunting research. It ends up in encyclopedias, it ends up even in universities where people, even in courtrooms, there are cases of houses that were said to be haunted, and people weren't told that the house was haunted. They bought the property and discovered strange things happening. They went out and hired ghost hunting, paranormal research teams, private teams. Some are well known, some aren't. They presented the evidence to a court of law, and it even upheld in cases in American courts that, yes, there's something unusual about this property. An independent researcher has confirmed it, and they could win back the money they put into the house. Now, come on. Why can't the ufology world do the same thing? Why can't you get more researchers go out in the field like myself, taking standard equipment and obtaining the evidence that you, the public, need? I go out, look, the point of what I'm doing is not to end up in a Comic-Con UFO fashion fad statement conference where people are competing for some media spotlight attention, where they can stand there in front of, gobs and gabs of people and the stars of this show and the stars of that show, and basically just flaunt themselves around the media like that. No, but I've been in it for so many years, where they can stand there and, sign some autographs and sell some books of secondhand research. You have to be. This is ridiculous. It's like this is their idea of disclosure. That's what disclosure is to these people. That's what it is. That's disclosure. That's truth seeker. This is the disclosure, the proper disclosure people. And these are the very same people that would look back at people like myself and say, well, I just wish you would just go away. Well, why? Am I stealing some of your spotlight or your media attention or some of your book sales, or maybe your mugs or t-shirts, your alien props aren't getting as much attention? Perhaps your TV show didn't get as much ratings because it was, oh, gee, that's right, you've got an actual guy presenting actual evidence of something. Oh, dear, no, we can't have that on television because then, well, we like to ignore that kind of evidence because our skeptics have a hard time debunking that sort of thing. Well, I don't know. It doesn't make a difference to me. There's a lot of people in history who've done a lot of things outside ufology and ghost hunting, that inventors in history, lots of people out there who were doing things. They were running around down the street, doing stuff, writing quiet books, talking, doing their blog, whatever, back in the day. And for the most part, not being listened to by anybody. And then all of a sudden, maybe some period after their death, when there was more discovery in that subject of life, people went back and took notice of these people and said, wait a second, that one was saying that. He said that already. Well, that helps our body of knowledge of this subject, and it carries us further. I'm altruistic. I don't see me as being some pop star sitting in a Comic-Con UFO conference. I don't see that happening. What I see happening is that somewhere after I'm dead and gone, that's where the research I've done, and people like myself, other field researchers like myself, who haven't got time for such pop culture, media-driven conferences, are too busy out in the field actually doing the actual field work, okay, and experiencing contact face-to-face with these beings and taking these pictures. Just the other day, on the 23rd of July, I had felt and sensed the connection with Beniko, that she was in the area, in the vicinity. Took my tablet outside. It's no coincidence. There it is. I went outside, looked up. There was a vehicle. There was a ship. It was white, luminous. It dimmed. It brightened. It flew backwards on its path, flew forward, and flew away. This rules out everything. This rules out airplane. And when you blew up the pictures and looked at the photos, you could see it looks like a side-on view of a disc of some kind. If you were to turn it this way, you would think you could see right angles on both sides, indicating something with a sharp edges on both sides, like a jello mold being seen from a side view. It was solid white. It gave off no blinking lights, no vapor trail. It was consistent with all the objects I had seen in Ipswich, 14 miles away from me, over the last 8.5 years. And it's like a carnival trick. Even my sons have seen it. People have witnessed this. I'll go out and I'll feel her presence about, and then this vehicle would appear, almost on demand. And then of course there's the forest research, where I go out there and I've got EVP recordings and infrared and digital photos of a girl and a female speaking, identifying herself by name as Beniko, which, if you don't know, is an alien-human hybrid. Okay, we'll just hope this guy just goes away. Well, that's your loss, isn't it? I'm not presenting me, I'm presenting evidence. I'm not saying I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm going to show you the truth. Now, you don't have to believe this, but you're not going to be able to debunk what I'm bringing you either, because it's genuine, it's real. And you're not going to see me sitting in a Comic-Con conference selling t-shirts and mugs with plastic alien props. When you come to meet me, you're going to be meeting them. You're not going to be meeting me in a conference with plastic alien props sitting left and right of me with a fake UFO hanging from the ceiling. If that's your idea of where this ufology should go, if that's what you think truth is, if that's what you think this is all about, well, we're certainly on different sides of the fence. We're certainly on different sides of this subject entirely. Because for me, the philosophy is it should be the exact same as all the ghost hunters out there. You should be able to go out there, fearless, courage in your heart, love in your heart, knowing that you're not going to get hurt. You're dealing with intelligent beings. They're not wild animals. They're there. They'll make the contact. You can do this too. It's not a case of don't try this at home. I'm saying try this at home. Okay? You researchers, get into the field. Get off your butts. Go out into the field. Stop waiting around for a call so you can be a quiet little educated Mutual UFO Network MUFON investigator safely going out there to answer a second-hand call from an experiencer. Go be the experiencer. Okay? Join us out there if you dare. Come out there. Welcome to our world. This is the real world of UFO contact, alien extrabiologic entity contact, folks. And if you're not ready for this, don't show up. Don't come out. You don't have to be in Dr. Stephen Greer's specialized little CE5 group to do this. These beings aren't concerned with who's actually leading the group or not. There's something you're never going to hear. Hey, I'm the only one you can follow. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that any of you can do this. They're here. They're all over the planet. Contact is here and it's ready. You can do this. You can verify and validate the areas I've been independently. I'll give you the maps and locations. You can either find something or maybe you don't. But I guarantee you the areas I've been in, you will. Now that's up to you, folks. Come out to our world. Beniko and I are waiting for you. Join us out here in the forests at night. Come out here if you dare. You've got nothing to be afraid of. Oh, except for the fact you're going to have your conception of reality and what you think your world is all about is going to be twisted and turned upside down and violated very, very violently and shaken and twisted and turned upside down. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you. But get ready for it. Get ready for the actual contact. Come out to our world.